Hello students, myself Rajesh Kumar Sharma, your biology teacher. In this lecture, we will discuss about facts about small intestine, large intestine and its parts. Then we will discuss digestive glands associated with alimentary canal. Clear? As you know, we are discussing nutrition in human beings. In that we have already discussed digestive system, that is alimentary canal along with accessory gland, that is called as digestive system, and parts of alimentary canal. What are those? That is buccal cavity, pharynx, oesophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. These are parts of alimentary canal. Of these we have already discussed buccal cavity, tongue, teeth, pharynx, oesophagus, stomach and small intestine. Let us start. Facts about small intestine. Small intestine or ileum is the longest part of alimentary canal. This question can be asked in your board exam in 1 mark question. But its length varies in different animals and depends on the food they eat. Small intestine is longest in herbivores or herbivorous animals which are feed on grasses like cow, horse, because cellulose digestion takes longer time. It is comparatively short in carnivorous animals like lion and tiger, because cellulose is not found in that food. In omnivorous like human beings, small intestine is long because we have evolved from herbivorous animals or herbivorous like organism, but it is not as long as in case of grass eating animals. Clear? Means human being में भी एलिमेंट्री कैनाल लंबा होता है, बट उतना लंबा नहीं होता है जितना कि ग्रास ईटिंग एनिमल्स में होता है. क्लियर? और लंबा क्यों होता है? क्योंकि ह्यूमन बीइंग्स डेवलप फ्रॉम herbivorous like organism. Clear? Now let us discuss about large intestine. It is similar like small intestine. As in case of small intestine, there are 3 parts: duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Similarly, in case of large intestine, here in large intestine is also 3 parts. What are those? Cecum, colon and rectum. Clear? There is a question. Do you know why small intestine, which is longer than large intestine, means स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन की लंबाई अधिक होती है एज़ कंपेयर टू लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन? इसके बावजूद क्यों लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन को लार्ज बोला जाता है, और इसमें स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन को छोटा क्यों बोला जाता है? वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन? इवन स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन इज लॉन्गर देन लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन. This is only because of diameter. Diameter of small intestine is lower as compared to large intestine. Because of this reason, large intestine, even though having smaller length, is called as large intestine. And small intestine, even though having length longer than large intestine, and it is called as small intestine. Simply we can say small intestine की लंबाई अधिक होती है फिर भी वो स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन कहलाता है, जबकि लंबाई अधिक है किससे? लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन से. और लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन की लंबाई कम है लेकिन ये जो है लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन कहलाता है. क्यों? इसका रीज़न एक ही है. द सिंपल रीज़न इज डायमीटर ऑफ लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन इज मोर एज कंपेयर टू स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. क्लियर? डोंट बी कंफ्यूज. लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन इज वाइडर दैन स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. इट इज़ अबाउट 1.5 to 1.8 मीटर, 5 to 6 feet long and 6 centimeter wide. It lies in the abdominal and pelvic cavities. It is divided into cecum, colon and rectum, as I told you. Cecum is a small pouch. The opening of small intestine into cecum is controlled by an ileocecal valve, which permit the food to move down into the large intestine, but not back. From cecum arises a blind tube, the vermiform appendix. In case of human beings, it has no function and is a vestigial organ. मीन्स वर्मीफॉर्म अपेंडिक्स जो है ह्यूमन बींग्स में एक तरह से वेस्टिजियल आर्गन की तरह होता है, बट इट इज़ डेवलप्ड इन केस ऑफ grass eating animals which help in digestion of cellulose. Colon is an inverted U-shaped tube divided into 4 parts, namely ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon and sigmoid colon. Rectum is a 15 centimeter, about 7 inches long terminal tube that opens to the exterior by anus. Anus is guarded by a sphincter that is called as anal sphincter muscles, which help in ejection of excretory waste products from body to outside the environment. Function of large intestine. What are the function of large intestine? Absorption of water from the food, secretion of mucus, egestion of undigested waste material. Clear? Now let us discuss what are the or which are the accessory glands which are associated with the digestive system. Digestive gland associated with alimentary canal. First one, that is salivary gland. 3 pairs of salivary gland open into the buccal cavity. These secrete saliva. Saliva is slightly alkaline. pH is around 7.2. It lubricates and moistens the food. It binds the food particle into a bolus for easy swallowing. Means निगलने के लिए आसानी से The enzyme salivary amylase present in saliva converts starch into maltose. Means digestion starts from mouth. Some amount of carbohydrate is digested in mouth. That is with the help of salivary amylase. It is also called as ptyalin. Ptylin. Ptyalin. This question can be asked in your board exam in 1 mark question, or this can also be asked in higher competitive exams like NEET. Saliva is antiseptic. It contains lysozyme which kills the germ present in the food and is in mouth. Next gland, that is liver. Liver is the largest gland in the body. You must know maybe. Liver is the largest gland of the body. It is reddish brown and weighs about 1.5 kg. It lies on the right side of the abdominal cavity in the concavity of diaphragm. It is formed of hepatic cells that are arranged in cords. Liver produces bile juice which is stored in gallbladder. Means bile juice is produced by liver that is stored in gallbladder and is released in duodenum when required. As we will discuss in digestion, bile juice help in digestion of fat. Gallbladder is a transparent ovoid sac embedded in one of the liver lobes. It receives bile from liver via hepatic duct and stores it. The gallbladder opens into the proximal arm of duodenum through common bile duct. Salivary gland, liver. Then next gland, that is pancreas. Pancreas is a diffused pink colored leaf shaped gland. It lies in U shaped loop of duodenum. Pancreas is a dual gland, means it works as a endo as well as exocrine gland. Its exocrine part is formed of acini or pancreatic lobules, and acini produces pancreatic juice which contains enzyme for the digestion of sugar and proteins. The endocrine part of pancreas is represented by islands of Langerhans. These produces insulin and glucagon hormones which are associated with the metabolism of glucose. Pancreatic ducts releases pancreatic juice in the duodenum. Here there is term that is exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine gland means those glands which releases their secretion through ducts, and endocrine glands, they are ductless, means they secrete their secretion directly into the blood. Clear? We will discuss in our next lecture, that is the topic digestion. Okay, thank you.